Ready when you are. Welcome to Earl's Classic Cars, where today we're going to do a very special edition of our neighborhood classic cars featuring Mr. Long, a Vietnam veteran, a rescue dog named Maudi, and his very stout Glacial Blue 1969 Camaro Super Sport. So come along with me as we meet a very interesting classic car owner and hear his backstory on his 69 Camaro SS, as well as take one fast joyride in an episode I like to call Thunder on the Mountain. This is a beautiful color on this 69 Camaro. So you said this was an original automatic 396?
Yes.
All right. So what, did you convert it over to the 4-speed?
No. I bought it off the side of the road in my town, and it had the 4-speed in it, and it had the automatic, and it had the power steering unit too.
Okay.
So it had all the original stuff, but the block had been cracked. The 396 block had been cracked, so I didn't get it. I said, forget it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, but this was in it, 454.
Oh, so it's got a 454 in it.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And it's a built motor. It's a Lunati motor.
Okay.
So it's pushing 600 horsepower and 550 foot-pounds of torque. So it's got some power to it. A friend of mine who builds offshore race boat motors, Carl Patsky, is the one that built the motor. So it's a Patsky motor.
Beautiful. Let's see in here, folks. Look at this.
It's all pretty original. It's I'm taking it apart right now. I have a new headliner, rugs, all the interior stuff coming for it.
Well, I can see the headliner is a little bubbly, but it still looks really good.
Well, it was full of mice.
Oh.
I had it stored in a place, and for 2 years it was a mouse house.
I got you.
So I took it all apart, but that's the original headliner.
Oh.
And I put it back in there, because I couldn't afford it at the time. But now I have everything.
And this is the color, so it was blue on blue.
It's blue on blue.
Oh, beautiful.
It was glacial blue.
Uh-huh.
When that, on the tags, it was glacial blue. But,
oh, wow.
But the floors are solid, couple of spots in all the right places.
Of course.
It's a real solid car.
How many miles has it got on it?
80,000.
80,000 original miles.
Yeah, it could be 84 now.
Oh my goodness. How many miles have you put on it in the time you've had it?
About 4,000 miles.
Only 4,000 miles in 20 years?
Yeah, because it was stored for a while, and I rebuilt the motor, and so it just sat for a while.
Okay.
I came up here, I was in real trouble internally.
Gotcha.
And so it took me a while to get over that.
Yeah.
Since 214, so.
Okay.
So,
wow.
And I just started putting some love into it too.
Oh, look at this. It says is it original 427?
It's the original 396.
Okay.
I don't know where he...
Oh, so the previous owner put that on it?
Yeah, and I just left it.
Okay.
Maudi?
I'm not sure. Oh, she's precious. Hello, you want to get on there too? You want to show them your pretty face? Oh, she's having fun. She said, we got a visitor. How you doing, sweet girl? All right.
Yeah, so I put the modern electronics on it and an aluminum radiator so I could drive it around.
Uh-huh.
And it's running real strong.
So it does good in traffic and just kind of riding around?
Yeah.
Now, you say it's making over 600 horsepower and you rebuilt this. Have you taken it, to the track or something? Or just...
Oh, yes.
Oh, you have taken it to the track?
Yeah, before I came up here, I ran it twice at the track. I broke the 12s the first time, and then the second time I did 12.5. So, and it's got more than that to it, so it's a knee knocker.
Wow.
It's for a stock car, it runs great, So.
Well, that's amazing. So, what track did you set these times at?
This was Epping in New Hampshire before I came down here.
Okay, so you're from New Hampshire?
Yes.
Okay.
New England Dragway. And we used to go there quite a bit.
Where in New Hampshire?
It's in Epping, New Hampshire. I grew up, I lived in Dover, right on the water.
Okay, yeah.
But the racetrack was in Epping.
Okay, because my family, I'm from Vermont.
Oh, okay. Whereabouts?
I was born in Burlington,
but
I spent most of my childhood in Bennington.
Oh, okay.
And so my uncle actually lived in Claremont for a while too. So how about that?
Oh, we skied Vermont and New Hampshire our whole lives.
Yeah.
My kid's up there now. So.
Oh, really?
Well, he's in Gilmanton, New Hampshire.
Okay, so he stayed there then.
Yeah, they're staying up there.
So when did you move here?
In 2014.
What brought you here?
Well, my sister got mules, and she was all done. And I was all done up there, so we decided to come down here because she knew people and stuff. And then
Yeah.
she abandoned me after I bought the house, so
And went back home.
yeah.
Well, how
Went
do-
somewhere with the mules.
How you liking Tennessee?
Oh, I love it here.
Yeah.
This is a beautiful area.
Yeah.
Really is. It's incredible.
Yeah.
I wish I was closer to my kids just because they have family now and stuff.
Do they
but
come-
as far as moving south and everything.
They come and see you sometimes?
No, they don't come down here. They got little kids.
Oh, okay. Well, tell me a little bit more about this car. So you got it 20 years ago. Was it in New Hampshire that you got it?
Yes, it was in New Hampshire, and it was what they call a leaky fool. I would clean that up a little, but the fella that had this last wanted to drag race it, so he had the heads on it. You know, these are Pro 1 heads on it, and he had the wrong gaskets.
Oh, okay.
And it was just blowing by everything. It was awful. So he sold it at a deal to me. So I rebuilt the whole thing from bottom up.
Now, was this your first classic car or no?
No, I've been around the block a little bit. I had a 69 Z28.
Okay.
And then I had a 446 pack CUDA.
Nice.
And
So what was that, 70, 71?
yeah, 71.
71,
Yeah, 71
nice.
or 72. 71, I think it was.
I think you told me you sold that for the family, right?
Yeah. God, that was crazy.
Kind of like me selling my 74 Roadrunner.
Well, we've all done it. See, that's the whole thing.
I know.
My son has a nice car now. I said, don't sell it. Whatever you got to do, I'll buy it from you. Keep it in the family.
Exactly.
Because when you get my age, you're going to love it. You know? It'll be a mark of history for you. It brings back a lot of memories. And
It does.
it's a
It
lot of
does.
fun.
Like my son, it's not a big deal. He has an '86 Chevy Silverado, and he's wanted to get rid of it several times. And I keep telling him, look, this was your first running car, and we've done a lot to it. And I said, you sell it, that's fine. But I said, if you keep it, you'll have those memories one
That's
day.
the whole
You know?
thing.
Yeah.
They don't understand when they're young. Of course, I didn't either.
No.
That's why they're gone.
Right. Absolutely.
Yeah, so I put the biggest tires I could get on it and still make it drivable. And they use Mickey Thompson's for rubber. You know, I tried to do all the best thing to it because it's fun.
Absolutely.
A lot of fun. Got a 5-speed in it. Now, turn 600 KO 5-speed. Console back in it and all that. You know, I'm getting. I got my parts coming. So you got me just before I tore it apart.
Oh, well, lucky for me, yeah. After recording this video, Mr. Long sent me some photos where he started redoing his interior. Looks like he's made some serious progress. Because like I said, my wife and I biked this area, and I saw you sitting out here one day, and I thought, ooh, that's a 69 Camaro, and it looks so pretty. I said, I've got to get by there someday and talk to him about his car.
I appreciate you liking it. It's nice.
Absolutely. I see you're a Vietnam veteran.
Oh, yeah.
Well, thank you for your service. We really appreciate that.
My pleasure, sir. My pleasure.
Where did you serve specifically in Vietnam, if you don't mind me asking?
Quan Loy. I was 6th of the 27th. Big artillery, 8-inch guns, 8-inch self-propelled guns, and we were based out of Quan Loy, but we went all over, and you know, that type of thing. The Army, after all. We got real hot, 68, 69.
Oh, yeah, those are some of the big fighting years, wasn't it?
Yeah, I got those beautiful 3-inch exhausts on there.
Let's check that
I
out.
brought it to a guy in New Hampshire. He's known, Steve. He's known for exhaust, right?
Uh-huh.
I bring him the car. I said, hey, can you do it? He said, yeah, I'd love to. Oh, great. So he got to work. I called him at the end of the day, like 6 o'clock at night. I didn't want to leave it outside, right? Hey, is my car okay? Well, if you don't keep calling me, I'll get it out by tomorrow morning. Okay, thank you. He was still in the middle of it. He was still working on it.
I see it,
And
yeah.
these pipes haven't moved since that day. They don't clang, they don't, nothing. They're just perfect. So he did a heck of a job, and that's his story.
I guess that works well with a 454, huh?
Yeah, oh yeah, it's the only way to go.
Wow.
Like I tell people, it's the fastest car on the mountain. Because I'll never race anybody.
Well, if they did race you, they'd probably lose, right?
I did. Yeah, it'd wake them up.
Have you raced it since you've been down here?
No, I haven't.
Okay.
I'd love to take it to the track. But
Yeah.
I've never run 8th mile. They have an 8th mile track here. I usually run quarter mile.
Yeah, there's a guy. Do you ever watch YouTube at all?
Oh, sure.
You watch Uncle Tony's Garage?
Yes, huh?
Yeah, he does some drag racing in some places around Tennessee too.
Yeah.
More towards Middle Tennessee and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I've been watching the dirt track guys too, and they run next to right next to racetrack sometimes.
Yeah.
And there is one. There's one near Chattanooga.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I'm going to get to that next year.
All right. Well, if you,
I just like to take it down a few times.
If you
until
ever-
I get too old.
if you ever do that, I'd love to come watch you do that.
Oh.
That would be awesome.
This thing's a go-getter. I'll tell you, it's 12.5 doesn't sound fast when these guys are running, 3 and 4 seconds on the 8th mile, but
Yeah. There's another guy I was watching too that's talked about how the car culture has changed over the years, and because of the LS motors and the 1,000 horsepower, that it's kind of ruined it for these kind of cars, which were the cars back in the day, So, but I'd rather have this than one of those any day of the week.
now past
Myself.
couple years, they've been coming back to
Yeah.
the big blocks in these cars
Yeah.
because it's a simpler install.
Right.
Than the
It
LS.
doesn't have all the electronics
And
and
you got
everything that can go
electronics,
wrong.
yeah,
Yeah. Yep.
With these guys, you can make it fairly reasonable now.
In fact, I've even talked to my son about doing an LS swap in his truck. He's like, everybody's done that. I don't want to do that. So we may go big block, or we may do something even different than that. So
You got these screaming small blocks now with hydraulic lifters on them. You can't hardly hear them, and they're pushing out max horsepower.
yeah,
And the motors are fine, So
no doubt
you
about
can
it.
do a lot nowadays. You really can. It's amazing. Back in the day when we had solid lifters and all that, you relied on Mother Nature with temperature and humidity to have a good night. I got beat by a 240Z.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Son of a gun. My car wasn't running good.
Well, they run.
They were fast.
They are fast on their feet, no doubt about it.
6-cylinder, holy mackerel.
Yeah. Yeah. My that video I did with my friend Fred that lives in my neighborhood, he's got a 280ZX. They're heavier than the 240Zs, but that fuel injection, that 6-cylinder straight 6 in them, that thing goes pretty quick.
Yeah.
So yeah, they're pretty
That was
fast.
that night. I pulled out the passive. This night, you're not going to stand. I pulled out the passive. I couldn't get by him. And on Route 1, you only have so much time. No way. Couldn't get by him. I respected that car afterwards.
Oh, I see you got your Let's Go Brandon sticker on here. We'll leave it at that. But no, this thing is beautiful. Would you mind starting it for us and giving us a little sound bite?
All right.
Body work on
I
it?
think so. I think this door, I've taken this whole door apart. And it looks like it has some in the bottom of it.
Yeah.
And, Maudi.
It's okay, Marty.
Maudi. It's pretty solid. I got a hole in that floor about that big around. I'm thinking the guy was going to put a roll cage in it one time. Wanted to go through the floor and see what.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's bad.
I understand, but it's my sound system.
Well, we're going to hear your real sound system here in just a second. Come on, Maudi. Let's see what's going on. Oh, man, I wish you could smell that exhaust through the video screen. Oh, yeah. That is awesome. You can feel the horsepower. It's just shaking the concrete. We're going to get to go for a ride in this thing, and I cannot wait.
Maudi in the back here.
Okay. You want me to put it around on this side?
No, it'll be all right.
Okay.
Maudi,
She's coming.
come on over here. Come on in, back up.
All right.
In the back.
Pup ride.
Get over there.
Go for a pup ride. There she is. There she is. Come on, let's see what this thing's got. I don't know how many horses, but it's got a dog.
14 dog power. Car show somewhere today too.
Oh, here locally?
I think it's over Palmer that way.
I know the Nashville Super Speedway's having one today.
Yeah.
They're having their Cars and Coffee event, and they're also having the Slush Motorsports event there today too. So I don't know about up here. Have you seen a bunch of cars out?
Just this morning.
Oh, okay. Well, it's a beautiful day to have your car out, period. So. Nobody up here to give you a hard time if you want to have a little bit of fun.
None. As a matter of fact, I pulled out in front of the chief of police in Tracy, Chief Charlie, and I pulled over afterwards, and he pulled in behind me. I said, Chief, I'm sorry. He said, for what? I said, I was just going a little too fast. You got to clean it out sometime.
There you go.
So he was a wonderful person, you know. He was nice.
Appreciate that understanding.
Yep.
That is unbelievable. Let me tell you, folks, the back of the seat was in the back seat. That was awesome.
It's just a nice car. It's got,
oh yeah.
For the year of it and all.
Oh yeah. I'd rather have this than a brand new one any day of the week. It's all mechanical. It's not all the electronics and all the modules and everything else that could go wrong. And all the plastic that's not going to last.
I can replace everything.
Yeah.
That's a big deal.
Hey, they even make complete Camaro bodies nowadays for the 69. Not that you'd want to have to do that, but I'm just saying it's available.
And for cruising, you 50.
Nice.
Which I rarely use.
Here we go again. This thing is nothing but miles of smiles.
You know, and this thing, it rides the way it does just because it's, you know, it's old.
Right.
So you get it rides real stiff, but it's stable.
It actually rides pretty nice to me. I mean, I know you got it set up for obviously to drag race and to have good turns and suspension and everything else, but it rides nice.
Yeah, it surprisingly.
Honestly, that other Camaro I did with Larry and his SS RS, this rides better than that. And his is a beautiful car.
And that's one reason why I like to keep it stock. It's just simple and it rides okay. They're redoing the Bronco up here at the end of my road.
Uh-huh.
Where I live, that restoration shop.
Yep.
they get between $50,000 and $120,000 for those Broncos.
Which is crazy.
Depending on their shape, yeah.
Yeah.
And this is on rotisserie. I mean, it's been cleaned up from the bottom up.
Well, I'm sure you remember back in the day, those Broncos are nothing but rust buckets.
Oh yeah, they were
Especially up north where we're from. I mean, they had more rust than they had anything else.
In 3 years, they were gone.
Yeah.
They were nice for a beach vehicle, you know, back and forth around the little roads, but
Right.
they didn't last.
No.
And now they're the choice. But no.
Well, I'd rather have the old Bronco than the new Bronco.
Yeah.
So, you know, that's kind of thing. I was never a Bronco fan. I was kind of a Blazer fan myself. But,
Yeah.
I know there's definitely a following for them. So, but I imagine most of the restoration work has to be body work on those things.
Yeah. I mean, this whole thing, it looked like they had pieced in a lot.
I'm sure.
But it looked real good.
Yeah.
It's actually not too bad.
It's very quiet when you're just kind of cruising along.
Now I have my stereo. I can plug my stereo into Bluetooth. So I don't have to run any wires. I don't have to cut anything up. I just chuck that thing in the back seat.
There you go. Yeah, with the Bluetooth, it's nice. You don't even have to worry about that stuff.
Can't mess around on Saturdays. Too many people. Early in the morning, it's good. The deer go into the woods, and then a few cars, you're all set.
Right. Middle of the day is a little bit more challenging. That's okay. It's fun just like this.
Well, get the old Sansui radio that everybody put in their car because it had 10 watts more than the original radio. So it was that much louder. Imagine. So we went from the cassette that was back here to this.
Well, I know it's not original, but it almost looks original.
Well, it was original aftermarket.
Okay.
That's what everybody went for.
So it's vintage for the time.
Yes.
Gotcha.
What's this guy?
What do you think, Maudi? What do you think? You're a sweet girl.
Don't get on it, Daddy. I always get on it here.
You like that, huh? The faster the better? Let me tell you, folks. Good time. Ready when you are. And with that, our visit with Mr. Long was over. It seemed to go by faster than his 12-second passes on the drag strip, but I sure appreciate the time you took, Mr. Long, to stop and not only talk to me, a complete stranger, about your beautiful hot rod and your love of classic cars, but to record a video with me and take me on a joyride with you and Maudi. It was a thrill I'll never forget. So just remember, classic car fans, if you're ever wandering the back roads of southeast Tennessee and you hear a sound that sounds like the thunder on the mountain, it might just be Mr. Long and his rescue dog Maudi about to blow your doors off in their '69 Camaro SS, with smiles on their faces, of course. Stay tuned to see more from me, Earl with an E.